You're listening to Goons, Games, and Gear, the sexiest gaming podcast in the world.
Wow, it's been a week. I mean, it's been like 20 hours since the last thing happened in the news, which was the directs, and now we're here. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, insane.
Life's wild. I didn't think I'd make it this far. Honestly, at this point, I just assume Monster's gonna take my life.
Yeah, just take me out.
Yeah, it's gonna just
Explode my heart. And that's it.
You're just gonna see it palpitating out of my body. And it's like, this is what happens when you drink 3 or more monsters. Also, if monsters somehow listening to this, by no means should this disregard bar us from a sponsorship.
This is like kind words.
Yeah,
like,
right. No, I love it.
I want this to happen.
Right. I want to keep drinking them and keep getting my Apex Legend codes. Yeah, so like we need 2 sponsorships, right? The goal, me for monsters and you for G Fuel, and then we'll just sell out.
Yeah,
sell out. What, you ever see the South Park episode where it's like startup cash out, or no, startup do nothing cash out? It's like
oh yeah.
That's how we got to be. Anyway, so we're back with the news, better than ever. All the directs are done. Sony just keeps on making bad moves for some weird reason, and then we got Call of Duty. Woo. Yeah, right. So make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit the follow button. Also, side news, we're in what's it called? What is it called? We're in the top 100 list of something I sent you. FeedSpot.
Gaming podcast.
Oh, gaming podcast. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, but I mean, but the name of the website is FeedSpot, I believe. And you guys should check it out because we ranked 33. Yeah. If I had a yay, sound effect, I would have used it right now. But
I have crickets. Nobody can hear it though.
Well, I don't. Yeah, but why would we want to use that? Why would we?
Oh, that's the only thing I have. So
yeah, he's got to take it. Yeah.
I use what I got. All right.
It's good to laugh again. All right. Oh, yeah. And also Spotify, rate us 5 stars. Also on Apple Podcasts. Anywhere you listen to podcasts. We got the Instagram, which we're slowly getting traction on. Facebook for old people. Twitter for new people. Discord for everyone. And that's my sellout. Thank you. That's the episode. Okay. That's the episode, guys. It's over.
Keep liking. Keep going.
Derek, I know we have a huge, not even hatred, but boredom with Splatoon 3, but I love the shirt.
Yeah. So I ordered this shirt. And Amazon lost it for a day. It was supposed to be here last Friday, and then it came, and I was just disappointed.
I like the shirt though, even though we hate
I still like the shirt.
Right, the shirt's great. Yeah, it's the squid, just like the generic,
the good boy,
like the symbol for it. But that game,
it's just so boring.
Yeah, unbelievably boring.
Gosh,
what a letdown. Anyway, all right, so. Actually, I'm pretty. It was either today or yesterday. I think it was today where I mentioned this. But apparently, the PSVR? That's what it's called. Yeah. The second one isn't going to be. You can't play PSVR 1 games on this, and I don't get why.
Yeah, I was reading more into it after you sent it to me. It's something to do with the old games are programmed for normal controllers and the move controllers.
Okay.
But my response is it's still the same buttons I see on the new controllers.
Right.
It's still X, square, triangle, and circle. So what's the difference?
Right. And these are
maybe graphically they'll look a lot poopier, but who cares? I still want to be able to play some of those games because they were great.
Right. Because now you either have to choose to not sell your current VR headset,
right,
or hold it, which doesn't really make sense because you're going to have to rehook it up because you're not going to have both at the same time.
Right.
So it's just that's such a dick move.
Yeah, it makes no sense. I wish there was more reasoning behind it, but it just makes no sense.
And apparently they said that but it'll apparently be easier to port games onto PSVR 2 from other headsets, including the original PSVR and Valve Index. So
So everything just needs an update then. So like
Right.
what's the difference? Just make them work with it.
Yeah.
I don't get it. It's just
Yeah, I think that's a
it's
really
stupid.
really poor move. Like,
Yeah.
we've gotten to a point. I'm not sure we're what's the word privileged enough, but I really think technology wise, there's basically no excuse to not be backwards compatible. I'm sorry, like I don't know how like selfish of a thought that is, but realistically, people like yourself like to hold on to games for years, and we literally have the technology
Right.
to retroactively play those games with newer hardware. Xbox has basically mastered it, right? Like they heard everyone loud and clear, and it took a while for the 360 games to come along, and then every Xbox One game just plays perfectly on the Series X. And
Right.
same goes for PS4 to PS5, but PS3 is like
Right.
it's like
Forgotten about.
yeah, because they just made the architecture just terribly, just like even though it's still a great system, right? Like that's still good. Yeah, still a good time. Did they give a price on this?
No, but I assume it's going to be in the like 500 range.
And you can only play it with a PS5, right?
Yeah, I don't think it's going to work with the PS4 at all. It might, but your PS4 will probably like explode.
Or maybe like you need the PS4 Pro.
Even that, I don't even know. It definitely seems like it was designed just to only work with the PS5.
I mean, I don't blame them, but again, it just doesn't make sense to me that they refuse to be able to play the first one. I feel like they're either being lazy or their logic is, oh, they'll port it over, which gives us more money because people will rebuy the games. You know?
Right. It's on the developers now to either just make it a free update or re-release the game for the new VR.
Right, like No Man's Sky is on the VR, the PSVR, and that's probably sweet.
Yeah,
like and it's gonna suck. Like, oh, cool, I got the PS5 and the PSVR too. I can play my first original games, right? No,
nope.
No, and we don't have any launch titles, right?
It's the Horizon one and the
Okay.
sequel to Firewall.
Oh,
They're
okay.
the launch titles.
Two games.
Maybe
right now.
these two or the two they announced the other day too.
Okay.
I mean, the VR is not coming out until next year sometime, so they got tons of time.
Gotcha.
So,
well, but I still think the fact that they're missing out on the whole entire PSVR 1, library is just bad.
it's definitely just stupid. It makes no sense, but I don't know. Maybe something will change by then.
Didn't the first one require the camera?
Yes, this one doesn't.
Maybe that plays a part into it. The fact that like because it doesn't require the camera for motion. Maybe
it's got to be how they like develop the games, because you had like the camera with the light bars on the PSVR 1. Yeah, you could either use the DualShock or like the Move controllers. So maybe the controllers, yes, the buttons are all the same, but the controllers are like way different now. So the VR doesn't require the camera anymore. So maybe just like a design point, it just like they won't actually work with it. So I don't know. Yeah, I mean, we'll have to see.
Right.
See if the developers can like update the games and stuff. So
I mean, yeah, I guess that's not out of the realm of possibility. Maybe
right.
maybe Play seems like, okay, we're not going to make it so it's just easily backwards compatible, but perhaps there's a way for developers to come out with a free update. Well, right. I mean, maybe not free, but
right. And it's not really on PlayStation. They just make the hardware. It's up to the developers to design the game for the hardware. So it's like it's a whole new thing.
I agree and disagree, because they're also in charge of the software. Because by that logic,
well, they don't make the software. They don't make all the software
for the internals of the VR headset.
That's a hardware. Software is a video game.
Okay. Well, what I'm referring to is the coding part, like the like what makes it tick, like the architecture of the VR headset.
That's more software. Oh, like
Okay, that's what I'm
yes, there's
saying.
coding that makes the VR that work,
Right.
but like it can be completely different from the first one. But
Well,
if like if the developers made it so it matches the first one and the second one's completely different, it's still like, well, we developed it for the first one, so it's not going to work on the second one.
no, I understand that, but my logic is, well, if we have systems where innately older games on previous generations just work on there without the developers having to do anything, then the PSVR 2 should also be able to follow suit.
Right.
As much as I am aware. Like, I
Right.
know.
No, I agree with you. It's
Uh,
just it's not how it works.
right. No, which is ridiculous. Pissing me off. Where's my Iron Man game? Where's
The
my
Iron Man game was great.
Yeah, where's the
Iron
second one,
Man,
though?
the Rick and Morty
Oh,
game.
right, yeah.
Moss was really fun.
They should do one for
I'd love
Portal.
to see more.
They should do a Portal one.
I thought no, Valve's only done Alex. There was like a Portal mod, I think someone did for the VR.
Well,
for like the
well, remember, Valve's
ones.
developing a lot of games right now.
Oh,
A
yeah.
lot, like games such as and
a lot.
yeah,
A lot of games. They're
lot.
coming.
Yeah, they're coming already.
Don't you worry.
I feel like Steam Deck 2 would come out before a new Valve game. That's just my.
Oh yeah, they'd release a whole new system before they did a new game. Are you kidding me? What are they gonna make? Portal 3? Yeah. Okay.
Let's see here. We've done. Well, I guess. Well, it says at the very bottom of the article, we don't know a huge number of the games coming for PSVR 2, but we know there will be Horizon spinoff as well as VR versions of Resident Evil Village, No Man's Sky, and Ghostbusters VR. But No Man's Sky is already out, so I don't know what they mean by that. Like that it will be playable, or that they're coming out with a new version.
It might not be on the PlayStation VR yet.
Oh,
it might
I
just
thought it
only
was.
be on the PC one.
Yeah,
Yeah, because the Village VR mode's not out yet.
Oh, right. Yeah, that seems really
And
cool.
Resident Evil 4 is supposed to have a VR mode. So
Right. What about the cloud one on the Switch?
oh yeah, you could put it in your cardboard box and pretend you're in VR.
You're not even wrong. I mean, technically, you could.
Yeah. They made a VR headset.
That,
Nintendo had one.
That only worked for 2 games, Odyssey and Smash. It had no business working. It just
everything else. It was just like put it on. It's like VR,
and
you're just looking at your screen really close.
And it just like objectively made the games worse. Like it did not help at all.
Oh no!
Just like
no.
now you have a wider angle or a wider view, but like this
your
sucks
eyes
now.
just are burning inside the cardboard.
I mean, I would vomit if I used that. I'd probably die.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so as for Microsoft now, they're making moves. Okay, I didn't put the article, but it's been talked about like all day today, where they're like, yeah, we're not going to raise the price on our systems because the market sucks right now and people are hurting pretty bad. That was like the gist, right?
Right.
But so like everyone's like appreciative of that because PlayStation raised their prices on PS5s everywhere, but like the United States and Canada, I believe.
Yeah.
I want to say it's like everywhere. Yeah. So, which sucks. I don't remember how much it was, but I assume it would be.
It was like $50. It's like $5.50 now.
That's that's rough. I think that's kind of rough. And then I guess so. Like he was basically asked if they're gonna keep buying studios, and basically his answer was, "Yeah, we're gonna keep going." Like I honestly think we're stepping into the era of taking over indie developers. I think it's like what PlayStation invested in what was it? Not Tencent.
From Software.
Yeah, From Software, which I mean they're not indie, but they're up, they're
right.
Still another studio. Microsoft just buys where they want to because they have insane amount of money. And they're still going through the acquisition of Activision, which for some reason UK has the biggest hate boner for them. Like they just do not want that to happen. They're like getting a special investigation into it. They're like, they really think it's gonna be terrible for the market. And I don't understand why. Like
I think they're just worried it might lead to like a monopoly. Like if Microsoft keeps buying all these studios, it's like, okay, who's going to make games for anything else?
I understand. Look, I understand that, and I respect that. However, there's still plenty of other studios and plenty of other giant studios. You know, like
Right.
you still have EA, you still have Ubisoft.
That's it.
That's it. Yeah.
The rest of them don't do anything. There's like 2K. Those are the three studios. It's like 2K, EA, and Ubisoft.
Right. There's still a lot, but then but Sony just keeps crying about it, and for some reason, I guess the UK of all countries are just like, okay, we think Sony has a point. We're gonna keep investigating in, hold you back by like a year. Yeah, I just feel like it just, I don't know. I don't like it, or that they have to investigate it this hard. I don't think there's any malintent with it. I think they just want to. They saw Activision was bleeding. Activision was they were asking to be bought. They literally were they were secretly on sale, looking for someone to pick them up. And then Microsoft have the capital. They're like, okay, we'll buy you.
Right.
And now now Microsoft owns Candy Crush Saga, and that's what matters here.
Yeah.
Now I want to see Xbox Game Pass presents Candy Crush Saga. Although I do believe at some point Game Pass is going to go with mobile games too. I think at some point it's going to come.
Probably. I could see it.
Yeah, so again, Spencer, he just up-talked his acquisitions. He's like, yeah, highly competitive market, blah, blah, blah. We strive to be a major player. Well, they already are a major player. I'm not really sure, but, I don't think anyone doubted that. We want to deliver great content for our players, and we're going to remain active. Yeah, so here's the problem, right? They say great content. Where is it?
There's no content.
Right,
just because you buy a studio and then you own it doesn't mean it's your content. All right. Make a game. Jesus.
Right. It's like, I mean, how do I put it? I have no idea what the next first party Xbox game is, or what feels like a first party.
It's Fable whenever that comes out.
That's if that comes out.
Yeah.
A Fable is literally a Fable at this point.
Right. It'd be Fable and then Gear 6 whenever that miraculously comes out.
I still think they're gonna reveal it at E3 this year. I think that's their plan.
Oh, next year?
Or
all the way that far?
Yeah.
I'd say the earliest will be like the Game Awards in December. And it'll be out spring next year.
I think when did Hive Busters come out? 2021 or 2020?
Hive Busters?
Yeah, remember it was the last DLC for Gears 5. It was I think it's also where
that was years ago. At this point, 2020, right. 2019.
I'm just saying.
It's been a while.
Yeah, no, but
they're doing nothing. Do something. Make anything, right? At this point.
They also announced, I think, 1% of all sales ever towards the coalition is just going to go to, I think it's suicide prevention.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, which that's cool. Not really sure where that came from. I mean, unless they just randomly remembered the moment in Gears 2 when the Indian dude just couldn't take it anymore and just kind of
right.
He did that was God, that was such a great game. Gears 1 to 3, man, those were just some of the best games.
So good.
The campaigns were great. The
multiplayer was fun.
The emotional damage that was just death and suicide, in every game.
Marcus was just great. As a lead.
Yeah, Marcus great as lead. Dom, literally.
Right. All the characters you cared about. Coltrane, Baird, even though he was awful.
I don't.
Everybody hated Baird, and then they made a spin-off game just about Baird.
Right.
And everybody's like, all right, he's all right.
And that game sucked though. Judgment.
Judgment was awful. The multiplayer was the saving grace.
There was
that was it.
There was this one of my favorite scenes. I think it was in Gears 3, or maybe it might have been Judgment, where they're falling off of a broken highway, and there's this flirtatious nature between Bard and some other coalition chick. And they're hanging on for dear life. He's like, this is the part where, you probably expect me to say how much I'm in love with you. I don't. I really, really don't. And he's fall. I'm just okay, I like that.
That's funny.
That's funny. Yeah, those that was prime 360 days. Man, I really do miss it.
Oh yeah.
All right, let's go play Gears of War now. All right, that's the episode.
Okay.
I'll go back. Once Gears 6 is announced, we have to dedicate ourselves to co-oping Gears, which would be fun, at least, you know.
Yeah, I still have to play 5.
I still have to play 4. I still have to play. Let's not jump the gun. All right. So Halo Master Chief Collection. There are plans to have microtransactions, and they ditched them. Weirdly enough.
I thought they were done with this game. Why is it they keep doing stuff for it?
Because I think they're scared Infinite's gonna die, and Master Chief Collection still thrives. Because
how could they say that? They just released bunny ears for Infinite. The game's thriving.
Well, I said it, not them. Bunny ears is the saving grace of Halo. Yeah. I love it. Yeah, apparently they had plans for microtransactions, and then they're like, LOL, JK, not happening. It says optional addictive alternative for players who might find the vast scope of content to be an intimidating amount of playtime, want to get ahead or skip the grind, or maybe want to grab specific items they want. Which, I mean,
at this point, right? If you're done with updates for it, why not? Right? It's there for whoever wants to do it.
And apparently there was like 100-point cap, but it was removed. Retroactive points will be granted, and they'll be making further adjustments to challenges to make them more rewarding, along with bringing back double XP weekends. So, like, I feel like they're just like, they killed the game just to revive it. like what?
Right.
I don't know why they, I was like, why did you tell us you're done supporting it? And then, we're bringing back double XP weekend. Like, what? Okay.
It was like if people on the Titanic jumped on the iceberg to live, right? Like, Master Chief Collection is the iceberg that's killing Infinite, but is like staying strong.
Right.
Like, I don't know. Just okay. Do what we've been saying. Port Infinite into the Master Chief Collection, and then there you go. Then you don't have to give up on it. Keep it alive. Do whatever microtransactions you want. People will buy them.
Yeah.
If I were to jump into Master Chief Collection now, because I could tell you right now, I've missed a ton of cosmetics.
Right.
And it was like, oh, go through and buy whatever you want. Yeah, I'd do it.
I'm not sure we talked about it, but apparently the Halo Infinite base are like saying in a lot of forums that if Forge fails, if the Forge update is like terrible, the game's just dead. Everyone's just gonna leave. Apparently that's like the final hope.
I mean, I believe it, right? Like, because after that, what is there to look forward to?
Like
they could add
and whenever that is.
Yeah, I mean, they could add like what is the one? Oh, Firefight. They could add that, I guess, but
apparently it's like on another level. Like, it's insane. That's at least that's what's being reported anyway.
The Forge, yeah. Apparently it's a nut.
Because two maps, two maps are going to be an official rotation were made from Forge, which is impressive. Oh god. All right. I'm trying to look. So, because I'm watching this video September 9th, which I don't ever remember this actually being released because I would have watched it. Oh, it's when Halo did like their town hall thing. Wow. Oh my god. They had like dimensions and stuff and everything. Simulation.
Yeah, I saw a couple of screenshots from it. It looked nuts.
Oh, they still have like the bar for what they're called, like how much you can put in. It's simulation memory. I mean, it makes sense, but I'd have to imagine you can put in a lot more than what like Halo 3 provided.
Oh yeah.
So now you can custom name objects throughout your entire Forge build. Oh my god, this guy made a giant grunt. And by giant, I mean like the size of like a skyscraper.
Right.
This is crazy. You can like change it. Wow. This looks really promising. Okay, I'll give him this. I hope this succeeds, and I hope they have like. I hope they're smart, and I hope with Forge they like. In some weird way, I'm not sure if they could review it, but like, just like every month or so, add like a Forge created map rotation playlist. So that
Yeah.
like player creative maps,
cool.
you know, like, and then like maybe like every like once a season there's like a vote on like 5 different maps, and that'll be officially added to Halo. Because I'd imagine it's gonna be one of those situations where like you don't actually own the rights to the map you make because it's using creator tools from Halo, which you know, I understand.
Right, just have like a clause that says anything you make is property of
Right.
Microsoft or 343 or whatever.
But at the very least, just credit the, you know, the creator, like, you know,
Right.
created by, yeah, that, or like, and then, you know, but this actually looks insane. I'm pretty hyped about this. If, well, at least they make it the way I would like it, where, you know,
Right.
because this is how, like, this is like a dream come true for like infection people, you know, where they make infection games.
Yeah, it would be nuts. You know, they have to like add all the game modes too. That's the problem. Is like this one's just like so bare bones so far.
What are you talking about? We're 2 seasons in, and each season's been like 8 months, and there's been a lot of content. Remember, in season 1?
Remember cat ears? I remember.
Remember everything was like $5,000.
Right? Remember it was $20 to get a skin? I remember.
Remember?
Chewbacca.
Yeah, so I really hope for this game, and I hope this really I really do hope they emphasize like the Forge created maps. I think that would honestly be such a game changer for
Oh, it would save them. Did they say who's taking over 343, by the way?
No. And I'm glad you mentioned that. So the head of 343 is leaving after 18 years. Now I'm not sure if it was a joke, but you messaged me like, "Oh, 343 is dead." I'd actually disagree. I'm glad she's gone. Now, granted, let's get it straight. She left for family medical reasons, and I feel sorry for her, whatever that situation is with her family. I really do. However, let's be real about this. These last Halo games are objectively worse than Bungie's Halo games. Objectively. Like, there's just no fighting that. I don't know anyone who'd say Halo 4 is better than Halo 2. Like, you know, no one's going to say that. So, I think they definitely need a new leadership, and they need a shuffling. I've said it before, and I think this will be a great start for Halo Infinite. Like, have someone on the top of the food chain making better calls, clear. And again, I feel bad for about her situation, but honestly, with the direction of all these Halo games, I don't think she was good at her job. I think
she wasn't.
Halo 4 wasn't terrible by any means, but
it was like the start of the downfall.
Yeah, it was the start of the downfall. You know, I didn't particularly take for the Prometheans. That was it? Yeah. Compared to the Covenant. Granted, Covenant's classic, so it was hard to top it, right? But they were more animalistic. But then 5, man, that was just like a punch to the heart. That was so bad. That campaign was unbearably bad.
Yeah.
You know, and then now this, like, they had to delay it by a year. They, you know, multiple like creative leaders left the company during the time. There's just been so much turmoil, and to some degree, it's her responsibility to fix it. So
right.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, I think this could be a good thing for Halo Infinite, or they just, with the new leadership, they just they scrapped the whole 10-year plan, go with another Halo game, and knock it out of the park. You know, it's like one of the two. You know, they'll never let Halo die, obviously, but
right.
Also, with that said, apparently they started filming season 2 of Halo, and
I still haven't watched it. I signed up for Paramount Plus, and I watched other things before I watched it.
Well, it was apparently terrible, and you know, he lost his virginity. So what, dude?
Yeah, he helped a girl, and then he had sex, and then that was it.
Here's what I always thought was the misstep. They should have never made a show about Master Chief, and purely just made world building. Master Chief was asleep before Halo 1, so you could have had an amazing show about ODST, an amazing show. You know, they could add like a mini series or like 2 seasons of like a TV version of Reach. I would have watched that. I thought it'd been great. But there's so many stories they could have had that don't include Master Chief that are still amazing because there were other Spartans.
Or guess what? You want to use Master Chief? just tell the story of the games.
Right.
You have the script written for you. Just do it.
Right.
Right? Like, everybody would love that. If you started this series, episode 1, he gets out of the pod and goes through the ship exploding. And the end of the episode is he shoots out of the pod, the escape pod.
Mhm.
There you go. There's your pilot. I expect $5 million in my bank account tomorrow. But like, just use that story.
Right.
Like, come on.
Yeah.
People would love that. I don't know. I don't understand. I also don't understand, like, who wrote the script for that show?
I have a theory on that.
Because they have obviously never done anything with Halo.
I'm pretty sure it was like
Ghost
three kids in a trench coat
that's the game.
who played like Halo 3. So it's like, you have 3 kids in a trench coat and they're just like, writing on their on like a Amazon Fire tablet for kids. Master Chief has the sex for the first time. Oh, genius. Love it. Like,
right? Like, who heard that and was like, yeah, go ahead. I don't care. Do whatever you want. like what?
So dumb. I don't know.
I knew. Oh my! The one writer was the writer of the Netflix Death Note movie. Oh my!
Oh god!
How could you even let him on the set? That guy has lost all credibility. Are you kidding me? No wonder this was so terrible.
Like, if I'm a security officer, I just see him walking like to the building, like take him down. No.
What are you doing here? I'm the new writer. I said, what are you doing here? Get out. I'm here to write. Get out!
I apprehended a murderer. I didn't murder anyone. Yes, you did. You murdered a beloved series. You animal. And I have you for conspiracy for murder because you're about to murder Halo. That's right. No, seriously, no. Don't let him write.
Don't let him do anything. He's obviously very bad, and has like no idea what he's ever writing about.
Right. Ever. I don't think he ever reads the source material. He probably didn't know Halo was a game. He thought it was just, the angel thing above your head. No. He didn't know what Halo was, so.
No. Absolutely not.
It's like, so you're telling me we should have him have sex and also basically die by the end of it and be revived? Yeah. Wow, I've never heard better writing in my life.
Seriously, like, I need to know who greenlit it after hearing that script and was like, yeah, that sounds cool.
I'm surprised from all the backlash it's getting a season 2.
That was the most surprising part, right? Was that there's a season 2 coming out? Everybody hated that show.
Maybe because everyone watched it, That's
the problem. It was so bad,
that
right? Everybody watched every episode just to see it get worse and worse. And it probably had amazing views.
And the worst part is that Angry Joe, like, he wanted the show to succeed. He watched like every episode, and like every time he reviewed an episode, like, on the thumbnail, it'd be pretty clear that it was terrible, and like they kept copyright striking him for it. Paramount or is it Paramount? Who?
Yeah,
Paramount. They literally kept sending their lawyers after him via YouTube and manually copyright striked him every time because he just never had anything good to say about it, and he had like a monster audience. Another reason why YouTube sucks. No, even though we're live streaming on there, but Twitch is also terrible. Like, I've been, I've told Derek here like how much I hate Twitch and whatnot, and why we don't stream there. But like, I've been reading reports recently how people are like, their main accounts are getting not banned, suspended because someone else is impersonating them. Like, someone made an account that like just like them, and then they'll lose like tens of thousands of followers. I wish I screen capped it. I don't want to look for it right now because it probably would take a little while. But it's just Twitch's moderation system sucks. Everyone's moderation system sucks, but particularly Twitch's. They're too big for their britches. But that's all I'm going to say about that. Okay. Oh, we got a fair amount more. Cool. Okay. So Street Fighter 6, more gameplay was revealed. at the Tokyo Game Show, and I'm gonna sideline this for a second because I just remembered that Mega Man Collection is getting online, which is the greatest thing ever to happen. Oh my god, I'm so excited.
The Battle Network Collection?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's getting online. It's getting PvP and chip trading for some reason. But yeah, online PvP.
That's awesome.
That is so awesome. Well, I mean, he said that it says that everyone's gonna have it, which is really weird. But I'm all for it, man. I'm so excited. They didn't give a release date again, but it's gonna be 2023, and I guess that's what matters.
Yeah, it's soon.
I guess, I mean, you say soon, but like 2023, December 30th. Like,
yeah,
it's just like,
pretty much.
No. I'm trying to find the video of it, but like the main hub of the game, like, well, not main hub, but like the main screen, it's like you pick from all 6 games. So you're not downloading each individually, which is, I guess, good and bad, but they have to be so small because they're Game Boy.
Right, they're like megabytes.
Right.
Yeah, I never understood that, how half of them are downloads when those games were like 100 megabytes total.
I mean, maybe when they're porting it over, it has to be bigger in some way, but I mean, yeah, it's all pixels. None of it's 3D animations, right? So it's like,
right.
I mean, arguably,
did they say if? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I mean, arguably, you could just recreate it by using RPG Maker.
Right.
I'm sorry, continue.
Did they say if the online is like there's one online and you get to use everything from every game, or is it like separate onlines for each game?
It was kind of vague. It's like they said it's gonna have online battling. So, but you know, but like everyone says the last game has the best chips and like the best PvP experience, and people like there's a whole community behind it. I mean, just
that makes sense.
Like I'm probably gonna get 2 versions. I'm gonna get it on Steam, and then I'm hoping there's a physical release for the Switch. I'm just gonna do it. Like I want a physical version of it. You know, maybe I'll do like all the red ones on like Steam and all the blue on the Switch.
Right.
Because they're dividing them.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Yeah. I think you can buy it all in one, but you know, it's kind of like why in this case.
Right.
It
makes no sense.
It says currently working on online functions such as online battles and chip trading for every series. So based on that, okay, so it's gonna be for
probably everything.
Okay,
yeah,
but I mean that's fine. I mean, like, I don't know how else they could do it, only because basically the next game has like 99% of the chips from the last game.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so you would only have to do it for the last one,
right? But I mean, but like the forms and everything change, so like it would have a different meta, you know, like because like the fusions or however you want to pronounce them. You know, are different after like, you know, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And I never played 6, so that's actually pretty exciting for me. I played up to 5, and I absolutely loved it.
I think I played 6. I don't really remember. That was still on the Game Boy, right? Or is that the DS?
They're all Game Boy. Oh wait, actually, I'm not sure if 6 was. I assume 6 was on the Game Boy.
I thought it.
Well, I know.
I thought there was one on the DS.
Yeah, no, there is. That one's like star something. It's really stupid because it's like it's a first person.
6 was on the Game Boy. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I played 6.
Okay, so I
played 6 and I think I played the DS one too.
This is news to me, but apparently they're separating it into 2 different volumes. It's 1 to 3 and then 4 to 6.
That's what the red and blue is?
No, that's just in general, which that wasn't aware before, which I'm not a fan of.
That makes no sense. That's pretty dumb.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. Yeah, I mean, unless it's taking a really long time to develop the online for like an older game, which could be it. You know,
right.
I mean, like,
it makes sense.
And plus, you're doing it for 12 games in total because each version, well, like 10 because Mega Man 1 Battle Network 1 is only 1 game and not 2 different versions.
Right.
But I still want it. But I mean, I think they did this before, right? With Mega Man compilations, they would they divided them. And like,
yeah, I don't. They always do it for whatever reason. They like split them up into 2 things just to, I guess, sell double.
Honestly, you know what? I'm not mad about it. Now that I think about it, it's like it'll give me time to appreciate the first 3 without having to like have to rush to the last one to play it.
Right.
And I just really want to play it. I really want to play it.
Yeah, I'm super hyped. I can't wait to play those.
Also, I don't know about you, but I'm never a huge fan of like in-game collectible galleries where like
I just don't understand the point of them. They just make no sense.
I'd rather just have an achievement. Or give me an art book. Give me an art book. I'd rather have it physically than have to go into the game and just look at a gallery and via unlocking stuff. That's just me, right? I don't know. Maybe that's an unpopular opinion, but like they're working on online functions.
I'd like what the Mario 3D All Stars had, where it had like the music player. Like I like when a game has that. Like I'd never use it, but like it's nice that it's there.
Yeah. The music, okay, with the music player though, they should absolutely give you a code to get it to download it on the computer.
Right.
It's like I don't want to listen to it. I don't want to listen to it on my Switch. Right. Yeah. I mean, granted, Smash was kind of different because it's like there's so much music, and they're like, oh, you could use it as like a music player. I'm like, I guess because there's enough songs, but just how about you just give me a giant CD? Like you know how much that would have sold if like in a special edition, or like actually now because the game's ended, like they just they sold a like a 5-set CD of all the Smash music. I would buy that.
It'd be so good. They did one for Smash 4. I have it somewhere. I don't know what I did.
I remember that, right? But... yeah. And I want it. Make it happen.
I wonder if anybody's like made one. I'm gonna look it up.
I'm sure someone's like downloaded. I'm sure someone has a like uploaded
to like playlists and stuff like that. But I want like a physical like CD. It's just nice to have.
Also, apparently, based on what this guy's saying, he teased like, oh, we also remade this lab coat, and there'll be more details on that. So I think they're because usually the teacher in the game has like this lab coat or like Dr. Wily and stuff like that. So they might be selling it in the future.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I want to get it, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna like, oh, I can't wait to jack into this.
Yeah.
Jacking in, jacking in. Go, Mega Man. Why is your net navy all sticky, dude? Like, why? Good times. So I'm super excited about this. What were we talking about before? Street Fighter 6. There we go.
There's a character creator, and they also revealed it's not part of this article for whatever reason, but they revealed the full roster.
Yeah.
For the launch. I'm not like super impressed, but
here's the problem for me. I love Akuma so much. That's all I really care about. However, if I'm gonna pick up the game, I'm just gonna play Ryu because he's like, I don't know,
the next best thing.
The next him or Luke. There might be a boxer in that still image. I don't have it in front of me, but oh, thanks. You just sent me the link.
Oh, that was a link to something else, but I'll send you a link to.
Oh, okay. I thought it was
This is the link that has, or this is the website that has the full roster.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's Luke, Jamie, Kimberly, Juri, Ryu, E Honda, Blanca, Guile, Ken, Chun-Li, and Dhalsim.
Yeah.
Say his name.
Yeah, the cool stretchy dude. I don't. So like, if I'm looking at the image in the back of it, there's the guy with the white hair and the mustache. You see him?
Yeah.
Okay. Next to him is some dude with red hair. Based on
Juggernaut.
Juggernaut. Okay. Is he a boxer? I don't know the characters enough to.
I don't know.
Because like I just want.
I think he is. I think that who is that?
Because like Balrog was the boxer, and that's who I would play too. I like the boxer ones as well. But
Jury. No, Jerry's the girl.
Well, either way. So here's the thing, right? Look, it's cool that it has a character creator. I'm cool that it's like apparently super customizable and you can learn from different teachers to get different fighting styles.
Yeah.
My issue is that I want this for online.
Right.
You know, it's like even what if they had like a custom, not even a custom. Oh, yeah, I guess it'd be called custom mode, where it's like you can only use your custom fighter. Because like realistically, if you had a custom fighter, they're gonna be better than a pre-made one because this guy's well, I mean, depending on the hitbox and stuff like that.
Right.
Unless they made it so your character perfectly copies their hitbox as well and hurt box.
Right, the hitbox stays the same.
Right, if all that
change your like look.
But even then, you know, that would also probably play a part into the microtransactions. So I would love to customize my own evil character and like, you know, deck them out.
Oh, it'd be sweet.
Right. But also,
and I don't see why they can't do it. Like, cause like Tekken used to do.
Oh, they still
like,
do.
Yeah, they used to do like custom characters online.
Not online. I'm sorry, but well, are you sure nothing about Soul Calibur? I'm pretty sure it's Soul Calibur.
Oh, Soul Calibur.
That's it.
Yeah, sorry, not Tekken.
Yeah, Soul Calibur. Yeah, but yeah, that's like the only reason I wanted to play it, and I should have. But Tekken lets you customize your character fully. God, I can't wait for Tekken 8.
Yeah.
See, here's my issue, right? And I'm not. I assume this is a bad opinion, but I really don't care about an open world hub for my fighting game. I really don't.
Dude, we said it last time. Like, every game doesn't need to be open world. It's okay to just like go from a menu to a battle, right? Especially with a fighting game.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Jump Force had it, and it was like the biggest waste of time because you would just get lost in the hub world trying to go to wherever you need to go to. Splatoon 3 had it, and it was the most confusing thing in the world. And guess what? You could just hit the pause button and teleport to each of the shops. You didn't even have to run around. Yeah.
It didn't let you teleport to the card dealer for some reason.
Oh, yeah. But like it's useless. And it's a waste of time.
That also ran at like 10 frames per second. Like it was night and day. That they clearly just super optimized for online, but not for the main hub. Yeah, so like I honestly I get it more in Splatoon because like you can they had like the memes popping up from people drawing on the Switch, which is hilarious. Like there's been some really good ones. But I just don't care about an open world hub for a fighting game. I really don't. I think it's annoying. I just want to go like Street Fighter 5 and Tekken were fine. It's just like online match, casual match, you know, training. Like that's all I want. I don't know. I think it's a waste of time as well in terms of development because you could have added like 6 more characters if you didn't have a world to design, you know?
Right. Exactly.
So, but I'm sure it'll do really well. I hope it not only does if it does really well, but I hope it doesn't play like crap when like Street Fighter 5 launched.
Oh yeah. I hope they like perfect the online mode.
Especially considering how Tekken 7 looks and you know, feels. They gotta make it good.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, other than that, like Capcom showcase wasn't really anything. Did you watch the whole thing?
No. I like checked on IGN to see what the announcements were, and like I feel like the biggest announcement for me was that like Konami's remaking Suikoden 1 and 2.
That's
not even like a big deal. It's just like old school JRPG from the PS2 era. I think it was 2.
Gotcha.
And see, it's like it's not even a big deal, and to me that was like the biggest announcement.
So there was one cool part though with the Street Fighter. It's small, but it appears as though in the open world you can like get in contact with other players for better or worse. But in this like online focused hub part of it, you can all like spectate a tournament together, which is pretty cool. I'll give it that.
That's pretty cool.
Look at you just sit down and then you just start watching a match, which would be pretty cool for like a real tournament. Also, I don't know why Blanca has overalls now.
Yeah, I don't know why he got a new outfit. Like, just put his shorts back on.
Yeah, this makes him look like the guy from what's it called? Not The Hills Have Eyes. Although that would appropriately fit. It's an old movie. It's known for a very graphic scene with a man-on-man action that wasn't consensual.
Oh, Brokeback Mountain.
No, that was consensual. Okay, well,
I don't know.
No,
It's the only one I know.
Do you remember in South Park when they made fun of Indiana Jones and how in the like they ruined his character and he was being
on the pinball machine? Yeah. What?
Yeah. It's based on a classic movie, and I can't remember it.
The Accused?
No, that doesn't sound right.
That's not right.
I'm typing 4 words I never thought I'd have to type in my life. But this is gonna annoy. This is really gonna. I know I'm gonna find it after. Oh, Deliverance. There we go. I knew it started with a D.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah, Deliverance, 1972. Watch it if you like. I mean, it kind of started like the push the envelope scene because it was
Right.
like. Well, either way,
graphic.
Yeah, very graphic. I don't remember. Oh yeah, that's okay. So I was explaining. I was like, why did I even mention this? Because Blanca looks like one of the. He looks like someone you would have found in the mountain. Unfortunately, doing his acts. I'm glad I got that. That was really gonna irk me. Oh, but I don't know why they added Blanca though. He just sucks. I mean, he's like, I guess because he's the gag.
He's
character?
just too he's too iconic. Yeah, it's like people think of Street Fighter. It's like Ryu, Ken, Chun-Li, Blanca. That's pretty much it. You know, like Akuma.
Yeah, I would think Akuma. I think of Ryu, Ken, Chun-Li, and Akuma personally. I don't know. It's like, again, I want to be hyped to play these games, but not only so like I barely have time to play games, let alone get into a fighting game.
Oh, I've given up on fighting games.
I would love to. That's the problem, right?
I'll probably get Street Fighter 6 just to like mess around with, like when you're here,
right?
We could like just mess around and play together or whatever. But like I don't have time to devote to sit and learn frame data and learn to deal with lag inputs online and adjust to that. Like
yeah, and they also added like much better frame data in the training. So like I don't know, it's pretty sick. But I agree. I was gonna say if there's a 2v2 system to it though.
Oh, we'd be on it.
Yeah, we'd be on it. And I was telling our friend about it, but I honestly think Street Fighter is kneecapping themselves because this one's gonna be on PS4 and Xbox One. Tekken 8 is only on PS5 and on next gen.
Right.
Which means they can fully take advantage of what's it called?
The new hardware.
Right. So like I don't know why Street Fighter 6 didn't do this. You know, it's like
I don't really get it. I mean, I get it because of sales, right? But like I don't get why you want to hinder yourself like that.
Right, yeah, exactly. You know, I mean, sales early, but I think in the long run you could have provided a stronger game because you're not faced with the limitations of the previous gen. Also, it's gonna be 2023. I'm sorry, but we need to start transitioning into the next gen, right? It's like I know a lot of people have PS4s, and you know maybe like 8 people on the planet have an Xbox One, but I think we're ready. I think PS5s and Xbox Series X's are now readily available. You know, so just
right. There's no issues anymore. I mean, like, yeah, they're never like you can't like walk into a store and be like, hey, I want this system, and they'll just be like, okay, whatever. But like they pop up restocks like literally once a week, if not like twice a week.
Yeah,
it's not like as ridiculous anymore.
For weeks now, my local GameStop's had a bundle for PS5, like Horizon and like controllers and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, they come in literally every week.
Right.
Like it's not like they're stocked with them, but like they're getting them regularly now.
Right.
So it's not like you're gonna miss out by scalpers or anything. So
unlike the Pokemon OLED, which we got
Dude,
screwed on. Okay, no, we're talking about it.
Somehow
we're talking about
I led to eBay, like just clicking on my screen a bunch, and I'm like, oh, there they are, all listed.
Me and
Ready to
Derek,
go.
me and Derek were like, oh, let's get the Pokemon OLED when it's released, and we're both thinking, yeah, no one's gonna, no retailer's gonna have it online. There's no signs of it whatsoever. Other Switch OLEDs were literally in store day of. You just had to get lucky. Just for no real reason, Nintendo just stealth releases these systems. No pre-order system, no queue, literally just to screw you. And no one's talking about it, which means to me that all the bots got them. Luckily,
Yeah.
I was like, I saw it on the Amazon UK, thanks to Reddit, oddly enough. And I'm like, Derek, it's on Amazon UK. Like, I think it's our only shot. And then, so that's when we first got it. And then, what was it, a day or two after, I saw something, I got one at like Best Buy at like 5 a.m. I'm like, oh, how did that happen? And then, turns out Best Buy did it at like 5 a.m. Like, where was the publicity? Where's the announcement?
Right.
Just
like, give everybody a chance. I don't know. I don't know what they stop doing online shopping, right? Like, stop doing these online only pre-orders. Do them in the stores. All these stores are equipped to do them in store. Like, just do it.
Right.
Yeah, online shopping is the way of the future, whatever, but it sucks. It's literally awful for anything like non-essential.
Yeah, or anything that's like limited edition, bots just destroy it. I agree.
Right.
Like honestly, they should make it where, you can get or that would actually fix like PS5 and Xbox Series X's, like be put on a wait list or something in store.
Right. Stop doing these online restocks where bots are still just set up to grab these things. Like, come on, learn your lesson.
It's really, it's ridiculous, and it really pisses me off. So now we get our UK ones with a UK charger. So can't
even use it.
That's our next giveaway promotion.
Just the charger.
Just a UK charger. So
there you go.
For all countries, here you go. You want a UK charger. I'm in Russia.
No.
Good luck. I mean that from like a living standpoint, not
just existence.
Just existence. Good times. Okay. Hey, good news. Overwatch 1 is dead in October. Was it 1st?
Yeah. For exactly 27 hours, Overwatch will not exist, and the world will find inner peace.
And the avatar will rise again.
And then after those 27 hours, the avatar comes back in his avatar state. Overwatch 2 servers go up, and everybody just is depressed again.
No, I wouldn't even say depressed. It's super toxic, because apparently that game is just monster toxicity.
Oh, it's awful.
And so
it's the worst thing in the world.
We briefly talked about it, but the battle pass, right? We were talking about how like you get it on the free track.
Right.
They clarified it, and it's on the free track, but it's on level 55 out of 80. That's pretty high. That's I mean, I'm not sure. I don't remember if it was speculation, but it said I think they said it's going to take like like 2 weeks or more to get to that point.
Yeah. Interesting.
It's like so not only are you making it really hard to get in the free pass, but you can also make it so you also could possibly just not get them. Because the pass ends. Also, they announced that if you owned Overwatch 1, you get this new ninja healer for free.
Oh, that's good at least.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, that's good at least. But still, I mean, I didn't mind the free track thing, but I didn't think it was going to be that high up. But it's still free.
Yeah.
It's still free, though. That's the thing. It's just you gotta really grind for it.
Yeah, that's a big grind. But I mean, I guess if you could make it to that rank in 2 weeks, like they said, I mean, that's not bad. There's a lot of games where you can only get like maybe 20 levels in 2 weeks. Unless you're playing like a ridiculous amount.
Right. Well, I think there's in 2 weeks or more. I'm trying to find
right.
30 heroes at launch, which I honestly think is way too little, but Let's see. Overwatch will offer more than 30 skins as well as a new type of cosmetic called a mythic skin. Season 2 starts. Wait. All right, so season 1 starts when the game launches. Season 2 launches December 6th.
Right.
All right, and then so it says here, season 1, 3 new heroes, 60 maps, 30 plus skins, battle pass, mythics, and game mode. Season 2, tank hero, map, new skins, future season. So I mean, October. I mean, that's like.
All right, so
that's just over 2 months, which is actually pretty small.
Say it was 2 months for what?
Between seasons 1 and 2, because it's October 4th to December 6th. That's just like.
Yeah, that's really small.
That's really small.
The screenshot they shared, like they're hovering over her icon on the battle pass. It says it requires 10,000 XP to get to tier 55. So we'll do 10,000 divided by 55 is 181 XP per level, which is like nothing for Overwatch.
Well, we don't know if it's being reworked for
right.
For
but if it's
2.
like pretty much the same, that's like nothing. That's literally like, I don't know, 10 games.
And it says here, a hero will be added every other season. You'll get a new one every 18 weeks or 3 or 4 times a year. They'll add 3 or 4 maps per year. There's also a promise of new modes in 2023, blah, blah. But Overwatch 2 director said that we're looking for ways for balancing. For instance, we'd like to do our larger balance updates beginning of every season. I'm just trying to find the week's comment. I'm trying to remember where I found it. But apparently it's just not here. So I guess it's like what you said. But if there's 80 tiers in 2 months, they'd have to be pretty generous.
Easy to,
yeah, it's got to be generous.
It has to be easy to like plow through these battle passes.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we're hoping and believe. You know, it's like
I still want them to clarify, like, okay, the battle pass ends, I get to rank like 54, right? How do I get this character now? Do I use real money currency or freemium currency? Like, I need them to clarify that too. And again, like, it doesn't matter, right? The game's free. Everybody can complain all they want. The game's free.
Sure.
You don't have to do any of this, right?
Right.
You can play the game. If you don't get the character, guess what? Who cares? You're not going to play her anyway. You're going to play the same 6 characters from the first game that are broken.
Right.
So, whatever. It'll all work itself out. The community's toxic enough that they'll bully Activision into changing it. So,
I mean, this article says the tier system's going to have 100 tiers. So I'm not sure which one to believe. But, I mean, 100 is always, like, you know, the go-to for season passes. Although in the first one, you get the cyber ninja devil Genji, wow, which you can only really appreciate when actually, to be fair, his ultimate's pretty cool. Oh wait, is it Hanzo? Wait, Genji's the one that summons the dragon, right? No, Hanzo is.
Genji's.
What? I don't remember what Genji's is. It's been a
Genji
while.
has the dragon.
Okay.
Genji's the sword guy. Hanzo's the bow guy.
Right, but Hanzo shoots a dragon. What does Genji do?
Genji like summons a little dragon around his sword.
Oh, right.
And then turns into Master Yi, pretty much.
then you start booting up League of Legends, and you just start playing a game as Master Yi. So, all right, well.
Oh, this is really. Hold on. There's another screenshot of the challenges.
Okay.
And you get like 5,000 XP from the challenges too. It looks like.
Are they dailies or weeklies?
Weeklies. So like win 10 games gets you 5,000 XP. Win 10 games queued as all roles, I guess. So you pick like the all roles button.
Gotcha.
Instead of picking a role. Oh, so that's like nothing. Yeah.
Okay, so that's a lot better. I mean, but they you know, if they just explain that.
Wait a minute, hold on.
What?
This might be worse than we thought. So on this screenshot,
can you send me it?
It says 10,000 XP to tier 2. So it might be 10,000 to every
to every tier. We're flip-flopping, Derek.
Yeah, okay. It might be bad. I don't know. Okay, well, we'll wait and see. There's like literally 3 weeks before the game's out, so we'll try it out. We'll see.
Yeah, I'm only playing as Wrecking Ball, so
Oh, he's so hot.
he's a hamster.
Statistically, yeah, but statistically, he's hot.
Right.
He's attractive.
That was like man, that was a while ago. That was that's a throwback if I ever heard one. So yeah, let's. I guess we'll hope for the best, but like you said, at least it's still free to play. But we do need clarification. If it is hard to level up, then they need to clarify how you can still unlock that champ after the fact. I'm gonna assume my big brain is that if the battle pass ends and you don't own that champion, they're just gonna have in the shop champions to purchase. I think the ability to get them for free will end, and the only way is through purchase.
So in the same screenshot with the challenges, it looks like there's coins you can earn from like doing them too, like the dailies or whatever, and completing like a certain amount of weeklies. I think it's gonna be like Siege, where it's like, all right, there's free currency they get like really really slow, or you could use the premium purchase 16-digit code, currency, and just buy it that way easier. So I don't think it's going to be a big deal. I don't think it's as big as it's being blown out to be. I think it's just new for a game that everything was free already.
Right.
And all you had to worry about was like cosmetic loot crates. So
the original article, yeah, okay, it says through over 80 total tiers, emotes, intros, stuff like that. Premium battle. Yeah, I'm now looking at what you were saying. And there's currency. Okay.
Oh, hold on. They clarified here. So the guy said like the daily challenge. So if you complete 3 daily challenges, you'll earn 9,000 battle pass XP. So every upgrade or he says the second tier requires 10,000 XP, but it's unclear how much is required for others. So it looks like if it stays 10,000 the whole way through, you could do it just by doing like dailies. Because I assume playing matches will give you XP too. So
right, but you said the daily. Those are weeklies.
The weeklies give you 5,000 or whatever. But if you complete all 3 dailies, they give you 9,000 total for the day.
Yeah, but the bad logic. If you were let's just say you just got enough to do your dailies. That's 9,000. Let's just round it up to 10,000 because of like just generally from playing.
Right, that's one tier.
That's one tier versus, and you need 55 tiers to get to the character. That doesn't seem good.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I mean, it is cool that you do get premium currency from the weeklies.
Right.
Unless, but I'm not sure if that's only strictly from the battle pass or not. But that's still nice. Because every battle pass usually gives you just enough currency to buy the next battle pass.
Yeah. And it looks like in the like 10 tiers in the one screenshot, there is no premium currency, so.
Well, we'll have to wait and find out. I'm sure we'll rag on it when the time comes.
Yeah.
Good times. This is actually kind of big. Chairman from software parent company was arrested in an Olympic bribery case. So, Sugohiko Kadokawa apparently was trying to bribe an Olympian official about $480,000 US dollars, which is 69 million yen. A former executive at the Tokyo Olympic Organization Committee.
Right.
And apparently, this dude was arrested back in August on suspicion of receiving oh wait, hold on a second. Okay, so that guy, the guy he was trying to bribe was already arrested in August for suspicion of receiving $380,000 in thank you payments from a high street sweet retailer. They take the Olympics super seriously.
Yeah.
Now, I kind of wish I could have included him in the thumbnail, but this dude looks like literally a breath away from death in the screenshot at the top.
Yeah, I mean, he had nothing to lose. He was going for broke.
Look, this guy looks like he's 108. He's just like, he did. I honestly feel bad for this guy.
He looks like Droopy Dog from those old like what is it? Hanna-Barbera cartoons.
Yeah. That's I guess you're right. He's just like, I just don't care anymore.
Yeah.
What you're gonna do? Jail me? All right. If I don't take my meds for 2 days, I'm out. Like,
Right.
yeah. So, yeah, not really sure why you need to bribe an Olympic official.
Right. No one cares about the Olympics. All right. Just
Right.
if you win, you win. Good job.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I mean, actually, maybe they care a lot about Wheaties. Like.
Oh, right. They want to be on the box.
We're not on the box. We are losers. We're losers.
Right? You should be bribing Wheaties then, not this official. Who cares?
Right? Yeah, exactly. Wheaties is what really matters. When you think Olympics, all I think is Wheaties.
Yeah.
But we're gonna try our best to bail him out. I think he's innocent, and so
Seems like a good guy.
If you want to go put money towards our GoFundMe to save Sugahiko Kadokawa,
yeah,
and then he'd never get out of jail. We just keep all the money. That might happen. So
right.
Keep that in mind. All right. This kind of hurt my heart, but it's real. Battlefield 2042 quote strayed a little too far from what makes a series fun. EA exec says.
Stop interviewing for articles, EA. Jeez, everything you say just makes Battlefield worse and worse. I mean, anytime anybody asks them about something, they're like, "Yeah, the game's awful. What are you talking about? We made it. It's bad." No, say it's good. Say we're working on it. Say there's hope.
So here's the problem. Everyone was mad that it feels like a hero shooter because each specialist has like an ability. Honestly, right. I like it. I like it to some degree.
Yeah, I don't feel that at all.
Yeah,
it's just I don't know. It's just loadouts.
Because
right?
what you could have just had was like, let's just say you removed that right, and then you just had it as like a special gadget. Like, oh, your special gadget is a wingsuit. Like, what's the difference? That it's just tied to a character.
Right. Who cares what you look like? You don't. It's a first-person shooter. You don't see yourself.
Now, however, I will admit though, he admits that they tried to do a couple things that didn't really pan out. Like it's 120 player matches. Where is it? They tried to do a couple things that were ambitious, grow the player count, etc. I honestly was like, oh sweet, it's gonna have 128 players, but I realized that's actually way too much. It felt
it's just pure chaos.
Right. Like I thought in my head it was like, oh, it's gonna be really fun. It's gonna feel like actual warfare because there's so many players. But then the reality is it's actually just not fun because every second you're in danger from 120 or 64 other players.
Right.
So that part, but they still have I think that's fine as its own all out warfare mode, but don't make that the main focus because Breakthrough, which is the most fun thing that ever happened to Battlefield, originally had 128 player mode, and that's why it wasn't really that fun when we first started playing. But they removed that from Breakthrough, and now it's really fun to go back to.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you for that.
Yeah, I mean, I thought you were going to keep going. Yeah, I mean, the game's great. Right now it's in such a fun spot. It's good to go back to it. The game looks gorgeous. The modes all work. The menuing is so much better than it was.
True.
They're obviously making it better. It's just I think everybody just kind of refuses to go back to it or go into it because at this point they just they don't trust EA. That's the problem. And then EA does articles like this where they come out and they're like, yeah, you shouldn't trust us.
We're
now gonna get you.
a lot of Battlefield players this is the state the game should have released in because now it's fun. It's really fun. Excuse me. But let's see here. Because now it's we're putting multiple studios together. We're bringing the best talent together and giving them time to do something amazing for the next Battlefield game. Which we already know they're adding a campaign and they're putting a foot in their mouth. No one wants a Battlefield campaign.
Yeah.
I'm glad you got a studio that has a co-creator of Halo. Honestly, I think it's great. But I like Battlefield's just one of those games that doesn't need a story mode. It doesn't. No. It's it's never going to reach the heights of Black Ops. Black Ops, I mean, okay, original Modern Warfare campaign, great. I love the Trilogy's campaign. Black Ops campaign, I think it kind of kept getting way too futuristic for its own good. But 1 and 2 were stellar. 1 and 2 are stellar. Advanced Warfare and Infinite Warfare, you know, they were like one. You know, they were not good. But like I said, I think they need to make the next Battlefield purely a live service. Have rename Battlefield Portal. Oh, not rename, but make a new Battlefield Portal quote. But it's a standalone live service. It brings together all Battlefield games, and then you just have the most wacky, fun Battlefield known to man. You know, you want to play Battlefield Vietnam? Here you go. You know, like
Bad Company 2. Here you go.
Right, and then like, and because
Bring
now
back the Battle Royale. That was a ton of fun.
Oh yeah, that was really fun.
Like you could do so much with just multiplayer. If you made that game free, you would make so much money on microtransactions. You love microtransactions, EA. Come on, I know you do.
Right.
You could put every Battlefield ever into it. And then guess what? If you want to make a new game, it's there. You just add it, right?
And they just, with the season 2, they started adding weapons from older games. Like they added a weapon from Battlefield 3, and it's like perfect. Just do that. Do it for a live service. What's the problem?
Yeah.
Like, come on, please pay me. I have the ideas. I love Battlefield. Just let me do it. I'll take care of it. Let me be creative lead. And also, if they did do that, I would actually want not even a port, but I'd want Battlefield Hardline to come back. I thought that was it was really fun.
That game was so good. Nobody gave it a chance.
I
just want Battlefield Vietnam. Just give it to me, dude.
Right.
Give me that expansion. That is the best DLC that has ever come out ever.
Right.
Give it back.
Give it back. Yeah, I know, right? I wish. Okay, so we got a few more to go. This was kind of weird. Pokemon Diamond and Pearl remakes got they won a global award at the Japanese Japanese Game Awards. They won what did they win? They won not the best they won 2 things: Best Sales Award and Best Japanese Game to Release Globally. Like,
interesting.
And apparently a lot of people are kind of up in arms about it. They're like, really? Like the game that like had a lot of glitchy problems when it came out. And also Pokemon Arceus came out. Although Arceus was the same year. So how did Arceus not beat this? Arceus is like a better game in general, if you ask me.
It's a better and brand new game, not a remake.
Right.
Like
you know,
I don't know. It makes no sense.
Well, don't worry. Arceus got award for excellence. They did it. They got excellence. Let's see here. Elden Ring won the grand prize. And multiple games got the excellence awards. Resident Evil Village, Sky Children Spinning the Stars, Tales of Arise, Lost Judgment, Unjudged Memories, Final Fantasy XIV, Akatsuki Finale, Pokemon Legends Arceus, Horizon Forbidden West, Elden Ring, all caps, Ghostwire Tokyo, and Kirby and the Forgotten Land. They all got excellence awards. So is that like a participation trophy?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, that's how I see it.
I can't believe Call of Duty Vanguard got an award.
Global award, international work. They
made their workers work the hardest.
Most slaved company goes to Call of Duty Vanguard.
Company that was forced to work the hardest and it still sucked. Call of Duty Vanguard.
Come on up here, guys. Take your award. He deserved it.
Take the handcuffs off for a second. Grab your award. Now get back to the studio.
They're like walking up, but their legs are still like chained together, like prison style.
Yeah, it's like a chain gang.
Yeah, I can see it. I just thought it was interesting. All right, this kind of pissed me off. Dragon Ball Z Kakarot's getting the next gen upgrade.
Wow.
Well, okay. So I mean, honestly, if they can make it sell, good for them, right?
Right.
Here's the thing. One, they're going to come out with I think it's like 4 new DLC packs, which that's cool.
Cool. Yeah.
Here's the problem: Bardock Alone Against Fate trailer. but this version of Bardock, it was officially retconned. This actually isn't canon. This is where it's like in the original special where Bardock he goes to like, another planet, and then
this was the movie. Like
yeah. But like
way long
right.
ago.
But Dragon Ball Super Broly retconned that whole movie. It retconned it completely and gave it a different backstory. So why they chose exactly to do this is beyond me, and it kind of pisses me off. I don't get why. It's basically when and like you said, it was the Bardock original Bardock movie where he goes to like another planet, he fights some people, he apparently can see into the future now because he gets hit in the head just right, and then Dodoria's there and he gets his ass whooped by Dodoria because Dodoria's going to try and kill him. But none of this happens.
Right.
This doesn't happen, which would also mean that the special where Bardock is the first Super Saiyan didn't happen, which makes sense because they couldn't explain how he went into the past when Frieza murked him.
Right.
So, it's like, I don't know. It just kind of annoys me, like, because Dragon Ball Kakarot like was all about Dragon Ball Z, right? And some of Dragon Ball Super, but it's all the canon stuff that was even in the manga. This isn't. This is retcon.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
my question too is just like, who cares about Bardock, right? Like, you have so many other arcs you could be covering before you go to Bardock. Like, well, I'm trying to look up what was in the first season pass.
It was Beerus. It was Frieza, the movie.
Oh, okay.
And then it was Trunks in the future with the androids.
With Goku Black?
No, it was 17 and 18.
Oh,
okay. So, like it was just telling, the story of Gohan, how he died and stuff like that.
Okay, so we keep the story going then. We do the Goku Black arc. We do the tournament arc. We do literally anything else other than Bardock. Like, go do Broly arc, right?
Yeah.
Put Broly in the game.
So, yeah, there's 3 DLC packs, and this is one of them. This shouldn't have been one of them. Xenoverse did it right. Xenoverse 2 did it right because they gave Bardock Super Saiyan 2 and 3, which is just cool. That I like that. That was fair. And it obviously isn't canon by any stretch of the imagination. This is not only is this not canon, but you're absolutely right. They easily could pick. They could do Dragon Ball Super Broly. They could do that because then you could play as Gogeta, which I think they're going to do next. That's my assumption. I mean, I would assume. Actually, it's going to go one of 2 ways. They're either going to do the Super arc where he fights Zamasu and they go as Vegeta Blue, and then they do Tournament of Power, but it's purely Jiren. That's my assumption because they're not going to do because the Tournament of Power is just like, I mean, it's a really great arc, but there's so many battles, and this is all about like raid battle kind of, kind of format where it's like one strong enemy, different level and stuff like that.
Right.
So it's either those 2 or it's going to be Broly Super and or the movie or Dragon Ball Super Superhero.
Right.
They either do the other movies. I don't think they're going to do anything else Dragon Ball Z related. I also don't know what they possibly could do either. Are they going to maybe?
I also just like don't understand the point of doing more DLC for this game. Like I heard this game was just like really bad. Like the one whole gimmick of it was its open world, but like I heard that's like the worst part of the game.
Right. I think it just has everyone just buys it because it's Dragon Ball. It's Dragon Ball. That's
right.
It's like
right. That's my assumption. Is it's still Dragon Ball. People still bought it just because it's Dragon Ball.
But no one knows if this is if the upgrade is a free upgrade.
Right.
Which is right. So no one knows that, which is kind of an issue. And this is in next year too.
That's insane. These upgrades, like as soon as they announce them, they should just be ready to go. There's no reason they should be.
Yeah, they shouldn't be announcing this DLC. Like it's not like mind blowing DLC,
Right.
Right. I don't know. I couldn't. That's worth saying that's going to be out next year.
Right.
So, either way, I'm going to get the super extra amazing edition on Stadia. That's my plan.
Oh yeah,
and on the
I'm gonna
Switch.
stream it on Stadia.
On the Switch, where it probably runs at like 10 frames per second. You know, that's my goal. I don't know about you, but
Oh yeah.
yeah. All right, and then last but not least, we finally got Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone 2.0 information because Call of Duty Next happened. And
Yay.
all right, let's get the let's do the good and bad, right?
Okay,
All right.
go ahead.
Here's the good part. Modern Warfare 2 looks great. I mean,
Modern Warfare 2 looks amazing.
Right.
Like it's this close to getting me to buy it.
right.
Like I really want to play Modern Warfare 2 again.
I want to play the Spec Ops with you. That's like the only part where I'm like, maybe I should get it day one.
Yeah, the new the attachment, what is it
Gunsmith.
called? The bench?
Gunsmith,
Gunsmith 2.0 or whatever it's called. It looks so good. It's so simple to do attachments and everything.
And they made it so like if a character's an assault rifle, for example, like if you get a silencer on the M4, you'll get it for all other assault rifles. Like
that's just amazing. The grind's
much
there
better
anymore.
Right, exactly. Which is like I understood the grind because then it makes you come back to the game and maybe you want to get like the premium skin for everything. I actually understood why they did it, but this is nice. This is really appreciated for people like you and me who don't have 5 billion hours to play Call of Duty all the time, and you know it's like and just get the attachments. And also I do love that they have like ledge mechanics now where if you go on a ledge, you can peek a ledge like above you and like have your sidearm out. I thought that was pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
And they have like, you know, interesting swimming mechanics and basically the same logic. And also it looks Modern Warfare and it
it just looks great.
It looks great. It looks great. And they also like announced like a raid mode. Apparently it's like a Destiny style raid mode they're going to have.
That's really cool.
They're bringing back like big team battle, like 32 and also with like AI enemies as well, like thrown in, which is interesting, but you're not bullet sponging enough to pull that off personally.
Right. Dolphin dives.
That's okay. It sold me. But dolphin diving, the ultimate game mechanic ever created.
Yeah.
They added. I think it's only specific to like a game mode, but they added or maybe they said perk. It's one of the two, but you can get to a third person view, which is appreciated. Which it has its perks.
Oh yeah,
honestly.
I saw that.
Yeah, that actually has that means you can see more around you. Which if you can go from third person and then shoot in first person like instantaneously, that's gonna change the game a good amount.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And then let's see here, and then they did a cool cinematic where like someone's on top of a car and they're like doing stuff for the rocket launcher. And then there's Warzone 2, which
got a release date. It's November 16th.
Yeah, 2 weeks later. I don't know why they always do it like weeks after the fact. I would have thought it's before.
It's on your phone.
Yeah, well, that's different. It's of course it is. Call of Duty Warzone Mobile, which I mean, I just don't know. There has to be I mean, Call of Duty people are going to eat that game up. I thought about it. I'm not a mobile game person, but anyone who's like super into Call of Duty,
yeah, it's going to be insane.
Depending on how it runs, though, it would be pretty cool to like if you had like the Razer, was it Kia? Not Kia. The what's the
phone? The Razer phone.
Yeah, the attachment to make your.
I forget what it's called, but yeah, I know what you mean. The controller.
It could be really cool as a game on your phone. It has that possibility.
Right.
But I'm not interested in that. But then again, I'm still pissed off about Warzone 2, how they're like, oh, it's a new engine, everything's new, you can't trade for your skins. It's like
it's still Warzone.
It's still Warzone.
It still just looks like Warzone.
Like it's still Warzone. So what was the issue?
Yeah.
Like so it's like it's very conflicting, right? Like, and then it's also just in between all these other games. Batman, Overwatch, Pokemon.
I definitely see the appeal of Modern Warfare 2 at least,
right?
Not Warzone, whatever,
right?
But definitely gonna wait till it's on sale for Black Friday or something.
How much do you think it's gonna be on sale for?
I'm hoping at least 40. I think it might only drop to 50, but it's 2 weeks later or whatever.
Are you keeping in mind it's gonna be 70?
No.
Yeah, that's all.
No, I'm not. Damn!
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna
So
say
it'll be. I'm
50 or
hoping for
60.
50,
Yeah.
but it'll be 60.
Right.
Yeah.
I was gonna say there's no way they're gonna
I forgot.
even for
We
Black
live in a
Friday.
terrible world now.
The worst timeline.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then
this is the bad timeline.
and then also PlayStation people get an exclusive skin and for Warzone because
Right.
yeah.
Soak it up while they can.
Right. They should have said the last free DLC for
Right, you get the game for free.
right.
This is our final message.
Next, yeah, because and also okay, there's two things I thought were really dumb with this, but I guess I'm in the negative. I'm not sure if it's in every game, but the circle can divide. So like there could,
Oh, I saw that. That's like a new gimmick for it. Yeah.
I'm not a fan of that because
Yeah, I think it's stupid.
because then
I don't like it. You're splitting the game. You're splitting the lobby.
Well,
like,
their logic is it's going to add more micro battles, which is true. Like there'll be 3 different areas, and then there'll be less people in a bigger circle than there will be in smaller circles. You know,
right?
But the problem is how they end it, where they don't just come together into into one circle. That circle just starts rapidly moving to a singular point. So everyone who's around you is going to still be going in that direction. Like
right. It's still just going to end the same way.
Right. And then the Gulag, they made it a 2v2. Which
what if you're not like lobbied with somebody?
I don't know. I all they said that the Gulag was 2v2, and also you don't like. I like the Gulag a lot on how they handle it. Like you just got a random weapon. Well, you each had the same weapon, but it was random, and then 1v1. Right. But now you have to pick up the weapon in the Gulag. Like you have to like you start with nothing. You just get a shotgun in there and you have to use it. I hate the idea of having to rely on someone else to what if he just rages and just like doesn't help.
Right. What if he just leaves? Then you're a 1v2 and then guess what? You're dead.
and then the other also apparently you can like sneak out of the Gulag when you're in waiting. Like there's a way to like steal the keys or something.
That's kind of cool.
I mean, I like that, but it was just like, like if you're waiting a long time, but you can get caught and just killed. And apparently, if a match goes on too long, a Juggernaut will spawn in the Gulag
and just kill everybody. That's really cool.
See, like those are nice, cool. Those are interesting additions. But I don't like the 2v2 part. That part just seems ridiculous. Right. Like, why can't I just fight?
Right. Just go back to 1v1. It's not like they lasted forever anyway. It was literally like a minute or two.
Right, exactly.
The longest part was loading into the Gulag match.
Right. Yeah, like because the match will last like less than 8 seconds, and then so I mean, they didn't announce any installed sizes, which I feel like they should have, at least for a base called Modern Warfare 2.
Right. I assume over
100
140 gigs.
Yeah, I assume it's 100, over 100, which would be really annoying. And also, okay, no one's talking about this, but I think they're repeating the same exact mistake where they're literally using the same engine from the game that's being released alongside of it. So they're using the same one for Modern Warfare 2. But that caused all your problems because like that's what they did last time.
Right.
Where it got outdated and they're like, oh, it's too hard to add other games as weapons and stuff because it's on the same engine because you have three different studios using different engines. So unless all of them use only this engine, then it's then it won't be a problem. But they always use. I mean, like Black Ops usually does something different. I don't know about Vanguard. I'm not sure but they use something different.
Right.
So
it's like a separate entity though now, right? Like Warzone. Like it's not attached to the game anymore.
I think
that was like the whole point. Oh, well then, no, that's absolutely stupid. That's like the dumbest, like, then there should be no Warzone 2.
Well, that's what I've been saying.
I mean, there should be no Warzone 2 to begin with, but.
Then, I think because they're doing this, I think now they're intentionally making it so they're gonna keep making Warzone sequels. I really do. I think that they're just gonna and then as
keep
it's
it
like
going.
then to me it's like, oh, this really cool Godzilla skin came out. Haha, it's outdated in less than a year. Like, oh,
right.
You don't have to buy microtransactions. It's a new game. It's a new game, dude. Everyone's gonna. It's a new game. Like, get over yourselves. It's not a new game. It's just new features. Like that's it's still Warzone. I hate Call of Duty stands.
Yeah.
So
big dumb.
Big dumb. Got anything else before we hit the old dusty trail?
I feel like I did, and I can't remember what it was.
Think.
It was something. Hold on. Let me skim IGN really quick.
Was it how we ranked 33 at Feed Spot, and I just want to sell out again?
Sell out again.
What was it that? I think it was that.
It was. Oh, the biggest news that Majin Buu is going to be in Dragon Ball Breakers. Could you believe it? I know, it's insane.
Actually, you know what? I'm glad you brought that up. Okay.
And it's a farming simulator. How did Nintendo pull this off? It's insane.
So this is what I don't understand. Frieza has 4 forms: base, second, third, final. Cell has 4 forms: larva, first form, imperfect, perfect. Majin Buu has 3.
You're forgetting the most powerful one.
What?
Cupcake.
Cupcake.
He starts as a cupcake.
Wait, what? No,
I assume.
Dude, you totally got me. I was like, really?
I assume it's Fat Majin Buu, right?
Well,
into regular Super Buu, right? Is that what he's called?
Yeah, the Super Buu.
Into Dead Buu, the like evil Buu, whatever it's called, the gray one.
No,
and then Kid Buu, right? Or no, Kid Buu's before that.
No. Well, you had it messed up, but it's Fat Buu to Super Buu to Kid Buu. That's it.
Right.
But the transition from Fat Buu to Super Buu has Evil Buu eating Majin Buu to turn into Super Buu. So why isn't he just his? But why does he only have 3? Why can't I just play? Why don't I transform into Evil Buu as my second form? Why am I getting shafted?
Yeah.
Wait,
they showed his forms? What were his forms?
Fat Buu, Super Buu, and Kid Buu.
Oh.
So he only has 3.
Give me Oob. Make him the final form.
Why? Oob's not. He's the
reincarnation.
Yeah. Why would he?
Give me Oob. Have him die, and then just I'm Oob.
Why would he?
I need Oob to do something. All right. Look, he is useless. He did something in GT for like 5 seconds. Guess what? It doesn't matter anymore. It's not canon.
Obviously you missed the Moro arc where he helped give Goku spirit energy.
Was it animated yet? Because I haven't seen anything past that. No, I haven't read the manga.
No. Oob makes like a brief show.
Yeah, he's just like, hey guys, I'm alive. See you later. Bye.
Kind of. Yeah. But like, well, I mean, the ending of Dragon Ball Z is non-canon. That last episode isn't canon.
I don't even remember what happens in the last episode.
They go to the tournament, and then Goku meets Oob because he senses his power level and is like, I'm gonna go train with him for years. He's gonna be the next protector. And then
right, that's not
but that's not canon. It's just
no, yeah. Right. Oob's just
at least in GT they had him.
He was training with him, right? Like,
he was originally
that's because it took it, right?
It
took the ending, and it was like they're training in the time capsule for however many. And Goku's like, oh, it's been like 19 years. I gotta go see my wife. See you later.
But also,
the beta's next weekend.
Oob goes back, joins back with Majin Buu because baby Vegeta is just destroying the planet, and then Fat Buu gets his crap rocked. And so he's like, bye, Mr. Satan. And then he fuses it with Oob. And then they still get their crap rocked. But like he still doesn't do it. Majub does nothing still. So he's still useless. He's just more powerful.
Right.
This is why, like, again, I love Dragon Ball series, but they don't know what to do with the show anymore. They don't know what to do with the characters. They made them They
need to stop. Everybody's too powerful.
Right.
Goku and Vegeta are literally fighting gods now.
Right.
And now it's like there's like what the new I saw like the new manga chapter, I guess. There's like a new God of Destruction that's like a Frieza lookalike or whatever
really?
their body type.
Oh.
Yeah. And they're like, oh, he's more powerful than Beerus. It's like, I don't care. That means nothing to me. Goku just like pees one day and he's like, yep, my power level's now 10 billion more.
Ultra Instinct 2.
Right. It's like, oh, Ultra Instinct, Kaioken, Blue, bye-bye Chi-Chi. See you next year. Yeah. So it makes no sense. I don't know.
Also, it not only does it not make sense, but like they can't do anything with like Krillin and stuff because they're in comparison too weak. But they also just completely did away with power level because they didn't know how to explain it. It's like, so how are you telling me?
It's like, oh, everybody's more powerful.
Like, because like in the show, Goku Blue does a sparring match with Android 17, and Android 17 keeps up. It's like, how? How is that possible? You know, it's just
Like, what do you mean he's like this powerful now?
Like,
he was nothing back then. What do you mean? What has he been doing?
He's an android. He can't actually get stronger. Like, you know, it's like,
I'll reference it again. It's like the random guy Goku meets in GT, and he's like, "Yeah, you were more powerful than Majin Buu." Like, what?
Oh yeah,
like
right,
what?
Right.
What does that mean? What do you mean he's more powerful? He's a nobody. He dies in 2 episodes and leaves. Like, dude, come on.
I forgot about that. Yeah, like General Gildo or something.
Yeah,
it was just like we were just watching because we were. We were just kind of having fun.
And we just like wasted the day.
We really got sucked into it, and like offhandedly mentioned, like, wow, I can send you more stronger than Majin Buu. What does that mean? Right. Majin Buu is like the incarnation of evil, and like literally everyone knows Majin Buu throughout the universe is like the worst being ever. And this dude just like, yeah, I'm stronger. Like, no, you're not.
Right. Like, seriously.
And
you and Vegeta both had to commit Sengoku just to like scratch him. And then you're lucky Gohan did something.
And that also, honestly, it really irks me because it just doesn't make any sense. So like, in the he does a sparring match with Majin Buu in Super for the Tournament of Power, and Majin Buu like worked out, he's stronger, and like base Goku is like basically beating Majin Buu. So you're telling me Fat Buu, when like in Dragon Ball Z, like who was annihilating people who was Super Saiyan 2 and above,
was destroying them.
Like they don't like. I just don't understand how powerful base Goku is anymore because you like. So he can just take down Majin Buu willy-nilly now? Like,
you know,
it's like,
himself.
How physically strong are you, you know? It's just ridiculous. And then also, Akira Toriyama, while I do respect him, he keeps forgetting stuff about his own show. Like, for example, if you didn't know, Goten and Trunks don't have tails because he forgot that Saiyan's they're born with tails.
Right.
He literally
it doesn't exist anymore. That whole like lore about it. Like, I think we talked about it the one day because we were like, oh, they're half Saiyan. Maybe they just don't have tails. No. He just like, oh, I forgot they all had tails and turned into great apes, and the whole story of Dragon Ball base and like Gohan as a kid, you know, Vegeta comes, turns into a great ape. Nah, I forgot.
And the fact that Gohan has a tail and Goten didn't is dumb.
Right.
And oh my god, it really irks me on how they just don't know how to power scale their own characters.
No. Everybody's too powerful for their own good now.
Right. I mean, it's still a really cool show, but it's just like
that's the problem. It's just super entertaining to watch. Like, the fight scenes are sweet. Everything's animated really good.
Or
like there is a story there, kind of. You know, like everybody's just trying to be powerful.
At least in the manga, they try and do their characters. Okay, so I'll take a step back for a second. In the Tournament of Power, like it has like a different ending and stuff like that, and like. For a hot second, Master Roshi actually keeps up with Jiren because he's a martial artist, and like it's not power; it's just how he fights, and it was just like awesome, you know, like good. That's what I want to see.
Right.
But, you know?
that was probably the best part of watching it too. Was like everybody got to like shine for a little bit. Like Piccolo, who, you know, Piccolo's been useless. Since, when was the last time Piccolo won a fight?
Right.
You know, excluding the new movie and everything. But like Piccolo got a chance. Roshi got to fight. Roshi hasn't fought since Dragon Ball Base. Like, come on.
Right.
Krillin got cool, you know, moves in it for like a second or whatever he did. I don't even remember. Gohan, you know, Gohan's the prophecy. Goku's gonna die one day and go and not be revived somehow. You know,
Right.
Gohan's gotta learn to take over sometime.
So I guess it'll be my last point that just kind of pissed me off about the show. In the movie, and which I saw clips of it. We were gonna watch it, and then we just kind of forgot. But in Superhero, Vegeta's like he's sitting on a rock, and he's like just training his mind, because he explains that apparently Jiren wasn't actually that much stronger than those two. He just like had a perfect connection with his mind and body. First of all, that makes no sense in terms of how they like described him in the show. But the part that pisses me off is Goku's like, "Why are you just sitting there on that rock? You're doing nothing." And Vegeta's like, "I'm training my mind." And Goku's like, "Oh, that doesn't make any sense." It's like, what are you talking about? Goku, you meditate. You like, yeah, Master Roshi tells you that. Like,
right?
What
Roshi tells you that. King Kai, you literally sat on King Kai's planet for like how many years dead, like sitting there meditating.
Right?
Like, come on.
It's like, don't make that kind of quote. That means that you didn't really like actually. You don't know the lore of the show that you created. You just like Like, and then because it's like maybe Goku was just like one of those getting progressively dumber characters like they did with Peter and Family Guy, but it just irked me. It's like, oh, that doesn't make any sense. You shouldn't be sitting there. You should be training with me and Vegeta. Like, dude, you're a martial artist, mind, body, soul. Like that's like your thing. Come on. I don't know
what it says on the back of your gi. Isn't it like mind on the back of it? What's on the back of his gi?
I thought that's just the turtle school.
Is that all? I thought it like meant stood for like
that might have been that might just be the front. I know the I know like every saga he has a new like emblem because he's training under a new master, but at some point like he's not gonna have a master, and it's like also so like realistically speaking, yeah, Goku's gonna die and not come back at some point, but the power difference is so insane. Like no one else is gonna be able to defend it like he did, it's like
we have to get to the point where like Goku is so powerful. Like if there's anybody that's actually more powerful than him, they're like destroying galaxies.
Right? Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Somehow.
Yeah, like Moro in the manga, there was a guy named Moro who was like in a prison for like a century or centuries, and he's known as like a planet eater, and he almost destroys the universe, of course. But and it's just like, well, of course, Goku takes him down, Ultra Instinct, yada yada yada. But honestly, this is how I'd fix the show, and this is how I guess we'll wrap it up, is, I'll look past the whole, like, power differences, all, the bad forgetting of the lack of Tails and other lore. All they need to do is kind of have the mentality of GT where, like, their wishes have repercussions. And at some point, I want to happen where, like, because they've made so many wishes, like, Shinran's unable to revive people anymore. Like, it's just like, I can't do this anymore. Like, so then that way there's actually repercussions for death. Because honestly, what's the fear? It's like if there's just this always way to revive a character, like death means nothing,
Right.
It's like I want to see a character die and have repercussions. Like, I assumed Roshi would just go at some point, and he almost did in Tournament of Power, but still, like, if he's just gonna be wished back anyway, then I don't know. It kind of ruins the show for me. But I'll still watch.
Yeah, they gotta like take away the Dragon Balls, and that's it. Like, okay, now if somebody dies, they're dead. That's it.
But actually, I would still love a GT style ending arc where it's evil dragons.
Dude, Shenron, Omega Shenron.
Oh yeah, God. No, I mean that arc. I mean the first 6 dragon fights were terrible because they're just like gimmick monsters. But the last couple, like Ice, Fire, and technically Sen Shinron, those were awesome. They were awesome. The idea is genius in evil version because you abuse the Dragon Balls. Like Bulma wishes for her ass to get bigger in Dragon Ball Super. That's like her wish.
Right.
It's like
that's
there should
ridiculous.
There should be repercussions for that.
Yeah.
So, wow, I love talking about anime.
Yeah, there's our anime rant for the week.
Yeah. Right. All right, let's hit all right, that's the show, guys. Hit the outro button. I know you can't hear it, but I can. Like, comment, subscribe. Get us to #1 spot on feed spot. That would be awesome. Yeah. And make our dreams come true. I think
15 ratings, guys, everywhere. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google, anywhere you listen. The can with the string tied to it. Yeah.
Yeah. Now again, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Instagram for new people, Facebook for old people. Oh wait, is that what it is? Facebook for old people, Twitter for new people, Discord for everyone. I forget what I said about Instagram, but
for the gamers.
Young people.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, young people.
All right, have a good one, guys. We love you.
Bye-bye.